Have you ever stopped and wondered what really happens to us as we age? Not the stuff in the brochures or doctor's notes, but the quiet, uncomfortable truths that no one talks about? Because I'll tell you something, aging isn't just about getting older. It's about changing in ways you didn't expect, and sometimes in ways you can't even say out loud. Another thing people won't tell you? We stop asking for help, even when we need it. Why? Because we don't want to feel useless. I've stared at a jar lid for 5 minutes, refusing to call my grandson because I didn't want him thinking, Nana can't even open a jar anymore. That hurts in a way no one talks about. You know what else hurts? Your own body starts betraying you. Your stomach doesn't work like it used to. Your back aches from doing nothing. And don't even get me started on the bladder. It's like a toddler that suddenly decides it can't wait. But we don't talk about it. We just quietly manage, hoping nobody notices. There's also this strange thing that happens in your heart. Little bursts of anger or sadness come out of nowhere. You drop your keys, and suddenly you're furious. Not at the keys, but at the reminder that your grip isn't what it used to be. You forget a name, and instead of laughing, you feel ashamed. These small things chip away at you, and sometimes it's easier to just stay home. And that's another truth. We slowly isolate ourselves without realizing it. Not because we don't want company, but because it's exhausting trying to keep up. You say no thanks to lunch with old friends, not because you're busy, but because deep down you're scared of not feeling like yourself around them anymore. You start feeling like the world's moved on without you. Your identity, the strong dad, the wise mum, the dependable boss, it fades, and people mean well, but now they treat you like a fragile thing. They speak slowly. They assume you don't understand. But inside, you're still you. You still think, feel, and love just as deeply. You just don't always say it out loud anymore. And I'll tell you something else. We think about death more than we admit. Not because we're afraid, but because we're trying to prepare. We write things down we'll never show anyone. We think about old friends we'll never see again. But we stay quiet because we don't want to bring the mood down. We carry these thoughts like folded letters in our coat pockets, heavy but hidden. Then there's technology. I know it's supposed to connect us, but sometimes it just reminds us how far we've drifted. A text instead of a visit. A video call that drops after 2 minutes. We smile and say, it's fine, but what we really crave is presence. The sound of footsteps in the hallway. A real hug, a real laugh. Not emojis. Here's something even fewer people notice. We apologize too much. We say sorry for asking a question. Sorry for taking too long. Sorry for existing a little more slowly than everyone else. And that's a heavy weight, to feel like a burden in a world we once helped build. Late at night, we think about things we never said. Apologies we should have made, roads we didn't take. You start carrying regret like a shadow and no one sees it. Because during the day, we laugh and say, I'm fine, because that's easier for everyone. But some nights, we cry quietly. Not because we're weak, but because we're full of love with nowhere to put it. And the hardest part? We just want to feel seen. Not as the old woman in the chair, not as the grandfather who tells stories, but as the person we still are inside. Someone with dreams, fears, jokes, and opinions. We don't want to be worshipped. We don't want pity. We just want someone to look us in the eye and truly see us. These things, these 12 quiet struggles, they don't show up in movies or Instagram posts, but they're real. And when we finally speak them out loud, when someone finally listens, it doesn't just heal the senior, it heals the family, the community, even the younger generations. Because this isn't about sadness. It's about honesty, and the more honest we are, the more beautiful aging becomes. It's not the end. It's a different kind of beginning, one filled with quiet truths, earned wisdom, and a soul that only gets brighter with time.